in the last few weeks, there's been quite a lot of campaigning against the strict abortion laws in Malta. And this campaigning has been going on for a while, so we're seeing it grow and grow. Do you feel like it's leading to some movement? Do you feel like there is change on the horizon?
There is definitely change. So from the first time we came out as Women's Rights Foundation as a pro-choice organization in 2018, the situation has completely changed. So back then it was a few of us. The backlash was tremendous. Then I think the situation has changed dramatically. Abortion is not a taboo word anymore. People are speaking about it. Young people are raising the discussion. They are organizing seminars and workshops where they want to learn, they want to speak. There's been different initiatives, for example, the Break the Taboo website, where women send their testimonies of abortion, where there's over 60 stories already of women sending their stories. And even politicians have changed their discourse. The way they are speaking about abortion is more open. There's some prominent politicians, even members of the European Parliament, who have now even voted in favor of resolutions that support abortion rights. So there is definitely a change.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. The surveys that are being done, that have been done by leading media houses, really showing a trend, certainly towards decriminalization of abortion among 16 to 35-year-olds. There's no doubt that in that age group, the majority of people feel that abortion should be decriminalized in this country. So absolutely, yes, we're going in the right direction and we're going to get there, certainly in my lifetime.
So how important is it to keep the momentum going now?
Just because we do not speak about abortion, it does not mean it is not happening. So it is definitely our responsibility to keep the momentum going as grassroots organizations, but also as people who support abortion rights.
The numbers are telling us everything. We've had we know that 958 medical abortion pills were shipped to Malta in the last 5 years. And in the last year alone, we're talking about one every single day. So women in Malta are having abortions. And the vast majority of these are mothers. And about a quarter of them have more than 2 children. Okay, so basically these women feel confident about their decision to end their pregnancies. They have no worries about feelings regarding a medical abortion. So we are moving in the right direction.
This is now a conversation that is on the top of the agenda in many countries, especially because of what happened in the United States. So definitely the United States, which is, when it comes to media, etc., kind of leads all the headlines in a way. So of course there's huge movement and momentum in the United States because of the backlash, but also in Europe as a response to what happened in the United States and what happened in Poland. There is a huge momentum going on about ensuring that the abortion rights that were gained throughout the years, decades ago in most European countries, are not taken away. So definitely the momentum will definitely stay there.
I think that keeping that momentum going is very important. Women, people, everyone living in Malta is finally realizing that abortion is a much more complex topic than they were led to think. There are many realities that were not discussed in the past. And women and their families are silently suffering. The reason for abortion goes far beyond social needs, which are also, of course, important. Abortion is a health care issue, and it is one that can improve and save women's lives.
How can people keep the momentum going?
Yes, in terms of what people can do, I think that one of the biggest issues that we had in Malta was the misconceptions about abortion and the way people learned and were misinformed about what is abortion. In fact, just this morning I was reading some of the stories from the women, and many of them actually say abortion is not what they taught us in school. If people knew how that abortion is inducing your own miscarriage. There is no, butchering or tearing up of old fetuses, as the public imagination, when they think about abortion, think about it in this way. So there definitely needs to be, people need to inform themselves. People need to look for factual information, to listen to women's stories and read women's stories, and perhaps having the courage to be open about their position. We know that this is not easy still in the context of Malta, that people actually declare that they are pro-choice, that they take a stand. I meet people who tell me, I follow you, what you do, but I don't even dare press a like, because I'm afraid of either my family seeing it, or my employer seeing it, and they're really conservative. So I think that we have gained enough momentum now for having enough of a critical mass for people. And of course, they have to assess their own situation, but to take the plunge, and actually, as you said, on social media, give their opinion and raise their voice. And of course, to perhaps to support us in other ways as well. A campaign does not happen. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of fun. Whoever can contribute in any way possible or participate in any way possible, they're definitely welcome.
So what can people do to keep the discussion alive? Well, they need to continue to do so on social media. They need to do this between themselves. They need to do it with policymakers. They can write to their MPs to emphasize the need for a change in law. And of course, they can also engage in cultural activities that focus on the blanket ban on abortion, one of which is a recent play put up in London and now at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So read about it, talk about it, share information online, and you will find that most people that you speak to will agree with you. There is a vociferous minority that does not, and that's fair enough. They have every right to their own opinion. But when you talk to women particularly and their families who have been affected by this, and as I said, there's at least 365 in 2021 alone in Malta. Think about how many more in the past.